SNEA. Vote for SNEA. Vote for number 9.
Srivastav, JTO 2008 batch from Bidar, Karnataka. My question is, how Sneha Association is going to resolve 22-820 pay and alumni issue for post 2K7 batch?
Comrades, it is a very important issue because the post 2007 batch means specifically I can say 2007 and 8 recorded JTOs and 2010 recorded JTOs who are recorded in the pre-revised even scale starting with the 9850 scale. Their issue is that one after a second PRC implementation, the pay scale has been lowered from E1 to E1 provisional pay scale and E2 to E2 provisional pay scale. So they are facing a pay loss of more than 10,000 rupees per month. It is a huge pay loss issue, and SNEA recognized that one. And immediately after last year's membership verification in December 16 itself, we formed a committee to examine this issue with the management. In the first agenda meeting, this was the issue we have taken up. Committee examined that one, and we have whatever the issue we are placed before the committee that there is a huge pay loss that has been accepted by the committee. Later on that our demand for pay loss or our concern or our issue of pay loss has been now recognized and accepted by the management. But we were given a solution that when just take a 2005 batch JTOs, comparing to them, you give us compare with the 2010 batch JS, you give us this pay loss extending 2280. On that one, committee was not agreed to our proposal because they were telling that one 2005 batch cannot be compared by a junior subsequent batches or later batches or 7, 8 or 10 batches. And 2010 JS also you cannot compare because their pay fixation is not correct. This was the observation of the committee to the management. So our comparison or method of this one is not accepted by the committee, or proposal is not accepted by the committee and management, but they accepted this is a serious issue just to be addressed. What committee suggested to the management is that one, wait for E2 and E3 pay scale upgradation. Once it is approved, then we can consider how we can solve that one. So now our decision is that one, we have taken a decision that one, since management is not agreed to compare with the 2005 and 2010 JO batch, we decided to fight it legally at Delhi Principal Court. We were going to fight in the legally at this one Delhi, and organizationally once E2 pay scale is get approved, then we will try for getting 3 additional increments to E2 pay scale that will cross the 2280. This is two both way we are trying. First is through legally at Principal Court in New Delhi, and organizationally once the E2 pay scale, once it is settled, we are trying to get it by getting additional increments over E2 pay scale. Thank you, comrades.
Hello, namaste. I am 2017 LIC JTO. My name is Vivek Vasesh. I had one question regarding this E1 plus 5. It was given to all the direct JTOs and JOs, and it was not given to LIC and LIC JTOs and JOs. May I know the reason, sir?
Yes, comrades. Post 2010 reported JTOs, even SRD JTOs, LIC JTOs, 2015 JOs, 16 LIC JTOs, 17 LIC JTOs, even gate JTOs. Nobody has got this benefit of E1 plus 5. And we can say that one among the lot, they are the most affected community executives because they didn't even got a E1 plus 5. For post 2010, E1 plus 5 is pending in the BSNL board, but the BSNL board didn't approve it so far because of the reason that one is financial condition of the company, and secondly, they put a condition that one it has to, the BSNL has to complete its restructuring process. On these two conditions, it is pending in the board. But simultaneously, there is another development has happened. You will be knowing that one when a DOT issued the pay scale notification of E1 and E2. When the pay scale notification we are not accepting, in that one they had given an approval that one JTOs and JOs recruited up to 2017. They can be given 18,850, which is equivalent to E1 plus 5. So we had some discussion with the management to extend one portion of that order, even plus 5 or rupees 18,850 allowed for this purpose to the JTOs and JOs recorded after 2010. Once the verification is completed, we will pursue that one. If it is possible to extend that one without extending even an E2 pay scale, without notifying even an E2 pay scale, we will get it notified so that all the JTOs and JOs recorded till today, they will get the benefit of E1 plus 5 as a temporary measure. Till E2 it is only a temporary measure that will give a relief to the people who are post 2010 recorded SRD JTOs, other JTOs, DR JTOs, LIC JTOs, DR JOs, and LIC JOs, everybody. That is a temporary measure to that. So that will give benefit in another way that one. There are first time bound also they will be getting in a 4 years time. Otherwise, if even plus 5 they are not getting, means that there are first time bound also they are getting only after 6 years. That issue also can be addressed by this one. Thank you, comrades. We will.
Sir, JTO 2008 batch, sir, from Hubli, Karnataka. Sir, I want to know what are the efforts of SNEA in reaching ultimate 30% superannuation benefit for executives.
Okay, comrades, superannuation benefit, SAB, actually it is a second BRC recommendation. Superannuation benefits with a ceiling of 30%, it is the recommendation and implementation part of second BRC. But before coming to SAB also, I want to say that one, those who are recorded before that one also, we had made some social security measures for them. That is EPF. Even before the formation of BSNL, Rule 37A is got this one notified. In that Rule 37A, it is mainly for the pension for the absorbed people from DOT to BSNL. But there also the visionary leaders of DOT, they made a provision that one, those who are going to be recruited by BSNL, they also should have a pension scheme. They are not eligible for government pension in a PSU, so they should be have a pension and social security. So they made a separate provision, Rule 37A itself, even before formation of BSNL and that one, BSNL records should have a separate pension fund. So that has become part of the Rule 37A. Even at that time, not a simple BSNL record was there in BSNL. Then after BSNL recruitment started, instead of forming a separate pension fund, those visionary leaders has taken a stand that one. Instead of going for a separate fund under the control of the management, we have to go for EPF, Employees Provident Fund scheme. We have to go because it is more secured. When this one returns are also better, and it is having government security also. There, so we had before SABA, we already made it sure that when social security measures are there for the BSNL and direct reports, either executives or non-executives. And there also SNEA had, initially it was 12% of 6,500. It was not the 12% of emoluments. Emoluments means basic plus ideal. It was only limited to 12% of 6,500. Then we fought with the management, and in 2005 we got it modified as 12% of emoluments without the ceiling of 6,500. Today it is after second BRC, it was 6,500 ceiling has become 15,000. Otherwise, today the EPF contribution would have been only 12% of 15,000. But because of SNE effort, we got it modified in 2005. Coming back to your question as SAB, we had already EPF. In addition to that one, BSNL has told that, DP or Government of India told all the PSUs to have a contribution up to 30%. Then we started our struggle under the banner of JAC, that in June, Joint Action Committee, covering all the executive unit associations and units, which has put a demand. In 2014, management was ready to give a 4%, but our so-called AJTO didn't accept it for that one. Since there is no unanimity, management didn't implement that one. So 2015, again CMD offered 6%. There also they didn't accept it. But in 2016, in a meeting, to our surprise, they accepted for 3%. That means 4% offer they didn't accept it. 2015, 6% offer they are not accepted, but in 2016 February, they accepted 3%. Okay, that time we were not the recognized association, all the association were of the at par equal this one. After becoming recognized association, we have seen that when the trust is formed, superannuation fund is formed with the approval of DOT, then into that fund, managing that fund, we are management has formed a board of trustees. To that, in that trustee, 2 members are there from employee side. In that one, to make sure that one the employees' money is saved, we nominated one of our nominee into the board of trustees managing this fund, and that the fund will be managed by LIC for the returns of this one. Later on, we struggled under AAB and we got additional 2 more percentage. Now that as per the RPA information we have received, the total contribution in the SAB was reached 25.1% including EPF. Now we are having additional 4.9% to get. Our agenda is that one, our priority is that one, since it is very much linked with the social security of the employees, we want to see that one remaining 4.9% also getting at the earliest. Now our financial condition is improving, so we are hopeful that one we will be able to add a furthermore contribution to the existing 5% which we already got to make it a further 5 more percentage to make it a 30%. Parallelly, for EPF full pension, we are becoming a party in the Supreme Court in the case which is going on there. To say that one, our executives, who are our members, they are getting the full benefit of EPF full pension this one. Now, as and when proceedings are started in Supreme Court, our case will be coming on priority. That is what our lawyer told that one. So, one is SAB increase to 30% that we are trying. Parallelly, we are trying to see that one EPF full pension benefit is extended to our members to by becoming a party in the Supreme Court SLP, which is going on in the Supreme Court. Thank you, comrades.
For SNEA. Vote for number 9.